feels like something's missing. Something important. Something that I need. Something's definitely missing. Oh yeah, windows. So these are the windows I'm going to use. They've just been laying around for a little while, and they're not in great shape. A lot of this old glazing is kind of crumbling and falling out, so I'm going to have to fix that. This window's a little bit wider than the opening that I have, so I'm going to have to trim it down a little. I'll make a mark and cut it with the skill saw. Would have helped if I had clamped it down before I tried to cut it, so it wouldn't have moved around on me. I use a palette knife and a wire brush to remove all the old and loose glazing that's around the windows. Now I'm only wanting to take off what's actually loose, and the rest of it can stay. I wish I could work this fast for real. There's this little tab along the top that has to be cut off so it'll sit flush against the stops. Just had to figure out how to set it and cut it with a skill saw. I realized I could set it on the ground and wedge it between the sawhorses, and that worked out pretty well. With the cuts made and the old glazing removed, I could start applying new glazing around the windows. I found out that I'm not that good at this. It seemed easy enough, but I knew you had to apply a pretty liberal amount, and I was too liberal. There is something kind of relaxing about smoothing this all out, though. It's kind of a zen thing, I guess. It's very soothing, even though I was too liberal with it. I enjoyed rubbing my caulk. That came out wrong. Once it had all dried, I brought the windows inside and began taping off all of the window panes, which took forever. It was a pain. Get it? Sorry. With everything taped off, I could apply some paint. I used the same yellow paint that I used on the door, and it took 2 coats to cover well. Once the paint was dry, I rubbed on some stain. This is just to tone down the yellow and to match the doors better. Once that was done, I could remove all the tape. I ran around the outside of the tape with a utility knife, and that helped it to come off a little bit cleaner. And whatever was left, I cleaned up with this scraper. Now I can start making all the stops for the openings. I laid out all the boards and measured and marked them for the top and bottom of the openings. Once they were cut, I just screwed them into place. I wanted the side openings to have a snug fit, so I measured them and cut them afterwards. And they were a snug fit. Once I got them into place, I just screwed them in as well. And this is where my camera died. So there's a picture of it already installed. But you do get to see window number 2. Once I got it into the opening, I just fastened it into the stops with 2 screws.
Windows are in and they're trimmed out, and I'm happy with how they look. Leave me a comment, let me know what you think. There were just some old windows that I had lying around I wanted to use. They're not functional windows, they won't open or anything like that. They're just to let in some light, that's all I wanted. And plus they're like 9 feet off the ground, so I wouldn't be able to reach them anyways. This week I've also been working on the electrical. I've about got it all finished up. Maybe by next week I'll have it done and can actually move tools in here. I keep saying that, but I'm like this close. If you like the video, subscribe if you would, and hit the notification bell. That way you'll know when I post a new video. And thank you for watching.